Could it possibly be the Lions don't win a Super Bowl because of Dan Campbell? And let me give you a basis for this. Coaching and experience in big games. And it kind of relates back to one of our other topics. But thinking about Dan Campbell and the way he coaches and the aggressive style, and then, there are reasons why the Lions lost to San Francisco in the championship game. And my personal thought is I don't put that on Dan Campbell. I think there was a lot of things that came together wrong in that second half that destroyed him. But one of the things that a lot of people on the outside get at Dan Campbell for is that aggression. And does he use it at the right times and at the right places? And will that ultimately be the downfall to the Lions? Well, do you think, Villain, that in a big situation, if the Lions put themselves back in an NFC championship game, does that sort of decision-making hinder the Lions from getting the ultimate prize?
So this is right here. Like if you wanted the Villain to try to be, the objective part where I could see a situation where that would happen, where he tried to go for it in a big situation, it didn't work, and then we lost again. That's probably the most realistic downfall to us not making the Super Bowl. And I'm not even going to down Dan Campbell for doing it, because I want him to do it. I want him to do it because for so many years, if you remember the coach Marty Schottenheimer, way back in the day, when I very first started watching football, my household was a Browns fan. And I remember watching the old Marty Schottenheimer Browns teams, and I always remembered my family going, man, they're playing that Marty ball again. It's third. Oh, well, 4th and inches. Well, we better punt it, because it's like, no, you're playing not to lose. Dan Campbell plays to win. The players have grown up since 2021 all together. Like these guys know each other. I was in a band for 20 years. And I could tell you the biggest difference between my good band and some shitty bands that were out there just had to do with I knew my guys.
Yeah.
I knew Johnny on the guitar. I knew when he was going to, jump up and down and do the guitar move so we could all do it together. You don't just walk in and be able to do that. You have to have some gigs. You have to go out on tour for a while. You got to play the games.
They form the identity and they know what they're going to do before they do it. So like for us here and anybody in a media position or watching the game, even as a fan, it is easy to go, oh, I should have done that, when they didn't make a 4th down or whatever the heck. But the players know what the plan is. He's going in knowing I'm going to be aggressive in these particular areas all the time. And the players and the team respects him for that.